Hi everyone, Nikki here, Nikki's Crochet and More. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. This channel is mainly about crochet, things I make, any yarn I get, patterns I'm working on, and yeah, a lot of yarny stuff, sometimes other things, but majority is yarn and crochet. Yeah, so welcome, and if you're back again, thank you very much. It's nice to see you again. Don't know what's going on with my hair. I washed it not a couple of days ago. I try not to wash it too much energy wise as well. I think because it's hot today, it's just gone a bit mad. Yes, we're actually having some nice weather in the UK. Let me just sit back a bit. That's a bit better. My back's a bit achy. I think when I had a drop a few days ago, it was on concrete. I'm okay. I'm just a bit sore, I think. Didn't get too many bruises. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of my drops, and yeah, it was on concrete. Not the best place to, not easy to bounce on concrete, so my back's a bit tender. Yes, I've got some things to show you that I've made, because I'm on orders of just taking it easy until I get this camera scan thing. Oops, sorry, it's poking out. That annoys me. Why is it you always get one bra strap that always droops? You tighten it up and it still droops. Yeah, so I haven't really got a lot to say from my last video, but thank you for the comments and the wishes for me and Mum. Really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm itching and going. I'm like, but yeah, I'm enjoying this nice weather. It's nice to actually have the patio door open. My lounge has a patio door, and then it's got almost like a little balcony and then some steps going down. So it's nice that I can have that open and Charlie can go in and out in a bit of fresh air. Yeah, so I'm just having a quiet day, just pottering about, doing a few little things here and there around the home, and I also want to start a new crochet pattern, but I'll talk about that in another video. So let's get on and show you what I've been doing. So I've actually used some of my hand dyed yarn. I've only got one skein or hank, whatever you call it, left. I do love hand dyed yarn, but it's, as we all know, it's a luxury when you do get it, so I won't be buying any for quite a while, as I have I'm getting a new sofa. My other sofa's like 13 years old, and the springs are starting to get a bit uncomfy. So yeah, I've just like done the deposit bit for a sofa, so I need to be a bit more careful with my money at the moment. So this originally was going to be a blanket. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll just buy a skein every now and then. And then, like I just said, brought the sofa, and I was like, can't do that. And then I thought, don't know, when you're making something and you're not following a pattern, you're just doing your own thing. You're like, oh, I've got that idea. And then you change it. And then it's like, oh, now I've got this idea. So originally, like the middle bit here, I was hoping I was going to be able to crochet enough of these hexagons. So I don't know, ears drive me bonkers. And make a like long scarf. I've done one before years ago when I first got into crochet, and then I was like, that's not long enough, so I showed it to Mum, and I'd started joining this side, and I was like, oh well, I'll make a blanket. And then when we worked out it would be really expensive to do with hand dyed yarn, because I like to keep it all to the same like sort of fibres, because this is all superwash merino. I was like, I just can't afford to do that. So I thought I'll put this other one on the side, and I've made like this little scarf. If I come back a bit, I don't want to run him over. No, he's there. He's lying in the sun. Let me just see. You see, it's just like a little sort of wide, short scarf thing. So I thought it was quite sweet. So eventually I will get round and put these on my Etsy shop. But I thought it was quite nice, because if you don't want something too long but you still want to keep your chest covered, it was rather nice. So yeah, I'll be getting around and listing these things soon. So yeah, this was hand dyed yarn, and then I crocheted it together using this yarn from Hobie. Let me just get one. It is their Amigo, AMIGO yarn. It was in a mystery bag I got ages ago. I don't think I filmed it for some reason, but yeah, so I had several of these in there and they're really soft. I do like Hobie yarn, but it's not as cheap as it used to be, so I'm just putting that back. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm in the UK and I mean, it's nice yarn, and when they have a deal, it's good, but with the cost of postage now, it doesn't work out so, not cheap. Well, I suppose that is the word. Yeah, it's just got too expensive. So unless they have a really good sale and then I can justify the postage to still keep it as a good price, I doubt I'll be ordering much from Hobie. I think I'll be sticking more local. And then I did this lap blanket, sorry, covering myself up now, but as you can see, it's a nice size. And this again is Hobie yarn. It was their Honey Bunny. This colour was in a mystery bag. It was like they had a 40 dye lot. It wasn't quite the right colour. So I've just done half treble. It's quite a chunky yarn. And then I've used, I don't think I've got the labels for this now, Burn 8 Pop, 2 balls of this together. So then it was the same sort of thickness as the main bit, and just did a simple border because I like making blankies. So this is a nice lap blankie or child's blankie. I know we're having like hot weather, but even if you just put it on the ground for a little one to lie on, I think it's sweet. So yeah, worked on that. Then I finished this off while I was with my parents off and on, and it's just a rectangular, that's the word, rectangular granny blankie, just using a mixture of DK yarns from my stash. There's some hand-dyed yarn in here. There's a real mixture of DK in here. And yeah, just made a little scrap blankie. I do love, I think blankets are probably one of my favourite things to make. I also love making shawls, but when I'm not feeling well, I do love just doing a blanket back and forth or round and round. I don't have to think, so it's something I do a lot when I'm not feeling very brilliant, and that blankets are always handy. So even if they don't sell, then I always pass them on to a couple of charities. So yeah, so if you ever wonder what happens to things that don't sell, I give them a few chances on my Etsy shop. Yeah, so if you're new to my channel, I do have an Etsy shop. It's in the more link, emails there, Instagrams there and stuff like that. Yeah, so I do have an Etsy shop. So thank you to anybody that's followed me, favoured an item. It all helps. And anybody that's brought anything, obviously that's a real big help. It means I can carry on doing my channel. Yeah, so thank you very much. It just means I really enjoy doing my YouTube, and as it's mainly yarn, this isn't me asking for money or anything like that. I just want to say I really appreciate it when somebody buys something, and especially when you leave a comment saying what you think of my item. It really means a lot, because if you're not into crochet and you just like watching my channel, thanks. It just means a lot, you know, somebody being supportive and things. Well, we all feel like that. And then I just made this little blankie using, let me just grab it, I've got the yarn bands, I won't be a sec. Excuse me, darling, good boy. So I just have this little box that I keep yarn bands in until I want to talk about it, or right, I've got a book. Let me just grab the book. So this idea, I can't remember who gave me the idea now, but whoever it was, thank you. So I just like put the yarn labels in and write what I think about the yarn, what patterns I like to work with it. So yeah, I just put them in there and I really enjoy doing that. So let me find the yarn for that. It was yarn that was given to me, so it's a vintage yarn. You can't actually get it, it's definitely vintage. And then I used some paint box yarn, but I haven't got the label for that because I used it on something else, but it was, let's find it. So for the border, I used this with some of this vintage yarn. So this is a paint box yarn. I haven't got the label. It might be in here actually. Let's have a look. No, that's, just trying to find it now. Where is it? No, That's Wendy. Paint box. Yeah, so it's a paint box yarn, simple DK. I don't know what colour because I've used 2 over the time, and I only put 1 label in here, just for my own info. Yeah, so it's a lovely yarn, paint box DK. So that was for that, and then I used it. Sorry, I like to put things back as I'm doing it, a bit like that. Let me just get my glasses. So the main bit was a yarn, and it was like, you know, like ripply. I haven't got any of it left, or I've got tiny bits left, but I've put it somewhere else. So it's 92% acrylic, 2% nylon. They were 50-gram balls, and like I said, you can tell from the label it's pretty vintage. Chevy, so I don't know if it's a make, but yeah, Chevy, Chevy, Nougat DK. So I a friend gave me several balls of that, and I used it to make this little blankie. So it's like a little doll's blankie or a little baby's blankie with pinks, and then I just went round the side with that. So as you can see, I went a bit blanket mad over May. Just trying to think if there's anything else I've got to say. Don't think so. So yeah, I'm going to have a quiet afternoon, and like I said, there's a pattern I want to try that I got off Etsy, but I will talk about that in another video. I'm also working on a DK scrap blankie, just because I like having a couple of things to work on, because it depends on what my wrist is like, on what I can work on. If it's something I've got to concentrate more on, I find I hold things a bit tighter. So yeah, I just like working on some different things throughout the day. So let me know what you're working on, whether it's crochet or anything else. Because I used to do paper crafting, and I still love watching people's paper crafting videos. It's just I had to decide on just doing one, and for me personally, I love doing my crochet. Find it really relaxing, and I can take it more. I just wasn't really finding the paper crafting so enjoyable. So yeah, so now I'm just crochet mad. And I think I get that from my grandma. Sorry, I know I'm rabbiting on. About my grandma, she was a knitter, and I used to be able to do basic knitting, but where I've had a lot of open heart surgery and stuff like that, I find that movement really hard to do. Sorry, little boy just wants to come up. Come and say hello while Mummy's just having a ramble. You don't need to lick me. I'm perfectly clean, thank you. I had a bath last night. And a wash this morning. Make me look Mummy like dirty. Yeah, so I used to be able to do basic knitting. I actually taught myself to crochet, I think it's about 10 years ago now. I've lost track of time, watching YouTube and stuff, and I really love it. I just find it so relaxing. I can take it with me, like if I have to go and stay with my parents or anything like that. Oh, I do hope to do a video this week. I'm going to have Charlie's brother Henry here. I said in another video, Mum's having an op on her wrist. So yeah, so I might try and get a video of them together, because it'll just be me and the boys, more than likely. Yeah, stop licking. He is such a lovely little boy, but he is a real licker. He just, yeah. But anyway, I suppose there's worse habits he could have. Right, on that note, I think I'm going to give him a bit of attention, play a bit of fetch. I can sit down and throw, and he'll bring it back. And I will see you all soon with something else. Okay, take care, everyone. Enjoy the sunshine. Bye.